I missed the thing. Missed the opening sync. See, I time it so I see because it goes a little bit live. It goes live a little bit before it says it's gone live, and so I'm always trying to clunk second go live. That's what I want to do. Hi, my name's Gary. You're joining instrumental ukulele class. If you need the sheet music, you're going to go to jollyrogerukulele.com, and from there, you'll pick up the sheet music for today, and then you will also become rich, famous, and beautiful. Probably not any of those things, but you will become. What did I say? Rich, famous, and beautiful. You will become a better ukulele player. That's probably almost for sure. All right, so we're going to be playing Happy Birthday today, and then we are going to play Las Mananitas, and then we are going to play something else. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then we are playing, uh, what are we playing today? Las Mananitas, 5'2". And then we are going to play Happy Birthday is the main idea for today. We post a link on our website, make sure that's working. First person in usually says, hey, you sound pretty good. And I gotta go check and make sure I paid that. Just got a message that I have a bill to pay and I think I forgot to pay it. So they're probably mad at me. Uh, and welcome in, everybody. If somebody will let me know if the sound is okay. Been pretty lucky with sound lately. All right, good God. All right, Evelyn made it in. Sound is fine. Sound is okay. All right, I'm gonna move this microphone a little bit. It's probably gonna rattle your speakers at the house. Um, Valerie's in. She says I'm good. Hey, Lynn, welcome in. Today we start our happy birthday. We're working in the key of G this week. And then, of course, Las Mananitas and 5'2". 5'2" is not in G, it's in F. And definitely the challenge piece of the week. Las Mananitas isn't terribly difficult to play. I need to put the harmonica music away. It's not going to help at all. And switch to this machine. And those of you guys playing in a later class, I had to switch out leaving Take Me Home Country Roads for Sunshine on My Shoulders because it was way faster and easier to do that song. And we have a level of saccharine sweet today that's going to be set a world record. I guess I knew the first phrase in that song, Sunshine on My Shoulders, and then I didn't know any of the rest of it. It is really a gooey, sweet song. So buckle down for that. Let's see. Whoops, I need to go here. We will start here in 2 minutes. Probably be done early today. We have, it doesn't take a ton of effort to get Happy Birthday under your fingers. It doesn't cooperate as much as I wish it would on some things, but it is, yeah, it's overall, it's pretty good. Leaving on a jet plane, ukulele, move to ukulele. And I guess while we got a minute here, I'll go ahead and get this downloaded. How is everybody today? Hi, Donna. How are you? Pauline, back in. Lynn, you love the sweet stuff. I think, as I was mentioning in one of the prior classes, I grew up on heavy metal, blah. And so doing John Denver is a bit of a stretch for old Gare here. And it's nice music. It really is. It's just it's nicer to make fun of it than it is to actually support and be mindful that it's wonderful. Got an email from Deb earlier in the week, and she says, "You know, I like this John Denver stuff. Isn't it nice to have something nice once in a while?" And she's right. So yeah. All right, ukulele, cloud, sunshine. Gotta go all the way down the S's. We got too many songs, you guys. Have you figured out that? There's way more music than we need to have. Way more. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. RST. I'm gonna learn how to alphabetize one of these days. Sunshine on My Shoulders. PDF. Download. Okay. Zip. Isn't this something? This is how we do stuff now. Zip. Now it's in my computer. I get out of here. Get out of there. Now I'm ready to play. All right. Let's go grab Happy Birthday. Let's get fired up on that first. Talk about some of the issues in it. And Happy Birthday is one of those songs you probably ought to go ahead and memorize. It is going to come up, and it's not that hard to memorize. Let's see, who else wandered in here? Lynn, by the way, do you have Aspen Glow in your Christmas catalog? I don't know. I don't even know if I know that song. Hold on, let me look. I've arranged so many Christmas songs for lots of the Christmas songs I arrange these days are for people, right? Because I've done the entire catalog of songs you'd expect would be in a Christmas book. But now sometimes people will say, "Hey, can you do this one?" And I'll be like, "Okay," and I knock it out, and then I forget that I did it. And let's see if I've got it in here. Dun, 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 dun. I do not. So, if you would like that tune, one, make sure it has a good melody. That's the key. Two, I will be happy to look at it and maybe give some thought to putting it together. But I have to have the sheet music, not just the tabs and lyric or the chords and lyric sheet. I have to have the sheet music. And so if you want to wander the internet looking for some sheet music for it, and send that to me, I can type it up for you. If not, I probably won't do it. I am always happy to work with people on music, but it starts with having the real sheet music. We get that. We need that. That's just something that makes it faster and easier for me. Obviously, I can sit down and figure it out, but it takes 3 times as long, and so I don't want to do that. So, but yeah, happy to work on that one. I don't know if I know that song though. Hey Vic, nice day in Eugene. We need it to be a terrible day in Eugene. We need rain. Bridget, every day is beautiful in Florida, except when there's a hurricane, and then it's beautiful after the hurricane rolls through. Aspen Glow is a JD tune. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I have. No, I don't know. I don't think I have an actual JD book. I have a book with JD songs in it, but I never bought a book of John Denver. So, yeah, if you'll look around, Lynn, and see if you can find me a hunk of sheet music for it, I will put it together. So, yeah. All right. Happy birthday. Now, guys, this is the song you're actually likely to play on ukulele for somebody else. Okay, even if you're terrible at it. I tell people you don't want to get too good at Happy Birthday. It's funnier if you're terrible at it, and they have to say because they have to be nice and let you play the whole thing. And so if you just kill it, it's not necessarily funny. It's just another musical performance. But if you do a terrible job singing Happy Birthday on a ukulele, it becomes a memorable moment in their birthday. And so, particularly if you can get a 14-year-old boy who's having a birthday party with his buddies, that's when you want to go and say, hey, Auntie Matilda wants to come in and sing Happy Birthday to you. And then you go in and butcher it up a little bit, and everybody has a great time. All right, here's the part you have to memorize. You need a G chord. Dun, 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 dun. We've done this a bunch now, guys, and so hopefully you're getting a little bit better at it. This is a hard chord in when we first start. Now make sure, especially if you're teaching other people, that they're not doing index finger on the bottom, middle finger on the 3rd string, and ring finger on the 3rd fret. That's very comfortable when you're playing like this. Unfortunately, it leads to nothing but bad results on any other of the chords that are going to be in the song. So make sure index finger on top, middle finger on bottom, ring finger out there. Okay, that's the main chord, and it's happy. And you don't strum on happy, right? You do nothing on happy, and then you strum birthday to, and then here's your next chord. This is going to come up all the time when you're playing in G, bar chord, middle finger. That's a nice D7. You, happy birthday to. Now I get back, down, back, on. You, happy birthday, dear. And again, bar and middle finger. Now that middle finger just slides up and grabs the bar. Joe, and then lose your bar. Schmo, and then don't strum, and then let it go for a minute, right? There's an industry standard how long that fermata is supposed to be. That's a fermata right above schmo, that little eyeball looking thing. That's a fermata, and that means you let this ring out a little bit. When I'm playing this and I'm the conductor, I will say, happy birthday, dear Joe Schmo, and I make them wait, and you can just see everybody in the orchestra is sort of getting verklempt because the pause is too long, and then you say happy, and you sing the happy, don't strum the happy, and then go back to your G chord. You're hanging out in this C chord, so slide back, add birthday, and then you're going to have one more D7. This is the D7 we've used in this song so far. This is the D7 that you're going to use at the end of the song. 2, it's a lower voiced D7. You 2 leads more naturally into the final G chord. Take that D7, drop these 2 down, add your ring finger. You. Okay, so yeah, Lynn, thanks for doing that. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I have very rarely been disappointed in the internet's willingness to give me sheet music for free. It is disappointing on some level. If I can't find a piece of sheet music, it's usually a pretty modern and fairly popular song, and they do a good job of erasing those from the internet. And so then you go to musicnotes.com and you pay $5.99 and you download the piece of music. They have all of the good stuff there, but you usually have to pay $5 or $6 for a piece of music. However, after a song is about off the charts, then the music starts to get a little more readily available out there. You might have to dig around in some into Google on page 4 and 5 of the results, but I've usually been able to come up with at least a pretty good start on what the sheet music looks like without too much digging around. By the way, guys, those of you who weren't in the earlier class, they are taking a tree out. We have this. It's probably a 60-year-old tree that they're taking out on the side of my building here, and it's killing me. I'm just super sad that we're losing that tree. But they're running the cruncher upper machine, and so you may be hearing a bunch of coming through the microphone. And so how it works, it's in the city easement, so we have to take the tree out, but the city gives us a replacement tree. So we're taking out the 60-year-old mammoth tree. The trunk was easily this big around, and we're replacing it with a $45 tree. So yeah, that's going to be a little twig. It's sad. All right, happy birthday. Let's sing it. Okay. Remember, you have lots of choices with your right hand, and you want to master all of them. There's the thumb. Okay. There's the index. There is the plucking. And there is the, you're in 3, so you want to have a 3 pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, because you can do happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to, happy birthday, a happy birthday to you. There it is. So figure out your 3 pattern, or maybe a 6 pattern. Happy birthday. Now you wouldn't want a 6 pattern. That's not going to go well. 9 pattern. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I don't think that works either. I don't know if seems like that's probably not your best choice on this song. Weird when an arpeggio doesn't work very well. It's probably not here. All right, I'm going to sing happy, and you're going to come in with either plucks, strums, or wild strums. 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe Schmo. That's where you put that in, right? Happy birthday to you. Okay, so sillier you do it, the better. You're going to play that for somebody at some point down the road, probably grandma or your mom or your daughter, right? Somebody. And usually over the phone or over Skype these days. So if you were doing this, you could probably make it a little bit more exciting and fun. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe Schmo. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, so So that you probably get a little bit more energy by that type of strum pattern. When we talk about that strum pattern, I worked with one of my other students this week on this very thing. It seems like nothing when you see somebody else do it, but there's actually some skill that's got to go into this. When you are strumming with this finger up and down, the first thing is you don't want the face of your nail pointing up toward this, because your fingers are going to get stuck in there. Okay, so you really want the face of your nail to be pointed down, but you don't want to point it all the way down, because then your wrist has to get all cockeyed in order to do that. So it's sort of a 45-degree angle where your finger's coming down like this and then coming back the same thing. So the finger stays about a 45-degree angle. That way your nail isn't going to get stuck or in between the strings. Down and then up. And then also make sure you're not playing from your elbow and your wrist, or your elbow and your shoulder. And, happy birthday to you. It's too much body motion. You're really working entirely from your wrist, maybe a little twisting motion, like you're opening the doorknob or, flicking some oil off your fingers. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe Schmo. And then when you know you're going to have a tremolo in the middle of the song, or as you're pulling up to the end of the song and you're going to want to add a tremolo on, you really do want to be using that particular strum pattern, so you're just in the proper position to. Okay, and usually when I'm playing that, I almost always leave my hands open so that the fingers, the weight of my other fingers are sort of counterbalancing the motion that I'm doing here. It makes it just a little bit better weighting for that. Happy birthday to you. Okay, and then that one chord at the end of measure 7, that jumps in at you fast, and so be ready for it. Happy birthday to you. You come in there pretty quick. All right, so there's some choices and thoughts on different ways you might run your right hand on Happy Birthday. I do think that the chord structure is worth memorizing. And I'm going to go to G, I'm going to go to D, I'm going to go to G for a couple measures, then I got to go to D, C, and I'm going to go back to G, other D, G. If you can get that memorized, then you don't got to go use your sheet music when you're ready to play Happy Birthday to somebody. So it's probably worth the half an hour it's going to take you to memorize that. Now, the chances of you playing it melodically or tough uke for somebody is less, so you may not need to memorize that. But I would take time to memorize these chords on this song. Play it every day for a while until you're sure that you don't need the paper. And then once a week after that, and then basically once a month after that, you should be able to just be fine. Also, your ear's probably getting pretty good where happy birthday to, and you can just feel that chord change coming up, and so you got to know, it's going to be a D7. You, happy birthday to, and you feel the chord change coming up. You, happy birthday, dear, and you can just feel the chord, right? Joe Schmo, that one you just almost, super fun to do, really. And then happy birthday to you. Okay, lots of different ways to mess around with that one. The sillier and funner, more fun. The funner you make it, the better it is for everybody. All right, melody. Let's play it. You got 2s, you have 3s, you have 0s. That's it. And there's a 5. There is a 5, right? There's a 5 at measure 5. So let's play it in second position. We're not going to have any 1s, so let's move our index finger up to 2. Middle finger's up, going to play the 3, and your 1-5 in here is going to be played by your pinky. Let's do it that way. Okay, from the top, grab your 2 2s, then the 0 on the second, back to the 2, middle finger, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then index on 2. And go grab two 2s on the 3rd string, open on the 2nd, 2 on the 3rd, open on the 1st, middle finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string. Okay, couple of 2s on the 2nd string, pinky up on the 5 of the 1st string, index for 2, middle for 3, index for 2, open, middle for the 3s, index for the 2, 3, open, and then 3. Beautiful. Okay, let's start from the top. 1, 2. Okay. And I added a little mustard and relish onto that. Make some of the notes a little longer than they're supposed to be, a few a little bit shorter. Adjust it where it sounds like you're actually singing it rather than doing a mathematical problem. When that feels too structured. And put a little of your own voicing into there so that it actually sounds like you're singing it. Finally, today, the tough uke. Let's walk through every single moment in the song, and then we'll go through and play it a couple of times. Okay, so in finger style, we almost always grab the chord to get started. Okay, and we're going to be in pretty good shape if we grab that G chord. Pay attention. I just saw my thumb a little bit sticking out over the top. Remember, I don't want to see your thumb. Thumb stays back here. Grab the G chord. Got your 2s. You're already holding them down. Now it's a 0, 2, 0, so you got to lift up your middle finger. Okay, you get that weird sound. That's weird. Hit the 2, still holding it down. Now put your ring finger back to hit the 3, and then go grab 2, 2, 2. Okay, now notice you're playing in the chord is a D7, but you only need to play the D shape because you're not going to play that first string. Now, could you grab a chord, grab the full chord? You could. Okay, just don't have to. Either way is fine. I like to grab it this way because I know it's coming up in the next measure, and this is going to be easier. Okay, hit the 2 2s. Here's where the challenge was. At measure 3, you're going to just lift your ring finger up, and then hit the 2, and then 0 on the first string, and then go right back to your G chord. Play the top 3 strings. Go hit the 2 2s. Gonna add your pinky up on 5. If you have a tenor, this is a bit of a stretch, right? It's like, ow. Okay, but we really do want you to be able to do this. Not we. I want you to be able to do this. There's no we. It's just me. Getting a G chord with your pinky on the 5th fret of the first string is challenging. Okay, and then take your pinky up. Ooh, phew. And then 3 strings, 0, 3, 2. 0, 2, 3, sorry. It got my dyslexia going, and then go grab those 2 2 2s, and then all 0s. Okay, go grab it with your ring finger, the 3s. Then put your G chord on. Hit the 3. You're already holding it down. Go grab that D7. Now you see why we've got this lower D7 because it's perfect. That's perfect. Lower voicing and an open first string, and then go grab your G7. Or your G, 0, 2, 3, play 3 strings. Okay, beautiful. We're going to play it all the way from top to bottom, nice and slow. 1, 2. Okay, let's play a little bit faster. Interesting about the lower voicing. Yeah, it is interesting. Lynn is saying, hey, it's kind of we're doing all this D7 here, and then now we're doing this, and all of a sudden it's a little bit lower voicing, and we have this open note here. It creates a different feeling, and it's actually kind of interesting. And as you spend more time around ukulele arrangements and spending at this higher level of thought process that we use for instrumental ukulele, there are times when this D7 makes the best sense, right? There are times when this D7 makes a whole lot of sense. It will not be unusual for us to use this D7. And so all of these things are usually dependent on what's going on in the melody of which D7 or whatever chord shape we use. But when you first start ukulele, you're like, this is a C chord. I want this to be the only C chord. I don't ever want to learn any other C chords. And you find out pretty quickly in instrumental ukulele, this is just one of very many C chords you're going to use. This is one of the D7. This is another D7. This is another D7. They're all over the place. You're like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And so, but you use them in specific moments in specific songs to augment the melody that's going on. And so that business of to you. Now we could get away with to, but it doesn't fit the song quite as well. All right, let's play it through one more time, maybe two more times. One more time. Grab your G chord to get started. 1, 2. Then those of you guys who've been around a little while, let's try your plucks, okay? If you see how that goes, okay? 1, 2. Works that way too. Really fun. That's a great one to work on all 4 finger patterns. Okay, that's happy birthday. That's enough of that. You know what to do from here forth is to practice it till you have it down. Let's play. I don't want to talk about them too much. Let's just go play Las Mananitas and whatever, and 5'2", and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so grab your Las Mananitas. And again, if you're brand new here and you're hanging out and you're just getting comfy with the whole instrumental ukulele thing, this maybe isn't for you. This maybe is a little too tough. But what I'm hoping is play along with the chords. Oh, those are the mañanitas that David sang to all the girls, pretty girls, right? So just practice your G, D7, and C, which are the exact same chords we just played in the other song. If you're feeling a little more comfortable and you're really wanting to become an instrumental ukulele player, you got to get comfy with melody. So just play the melody. Beautiful, beautiful piece of music. Okay, and then the rest of you guys that are working on your tough uke and you've been around a little bit longer, you're thinking, all right, I'm going to get this thing. Okay, one time through, best shot, play down through 16, go back to number 1, play all the way down, skip measure 16, and play 17 and 18. Okay, one time, best shot. Here we go. 1, 2. To the top. piece of music. Very nice. Hopefully you're playing that well, whatever way you are choosing to play it. I think it just has a very peaceful amount, almost like a lullaby in some respects. It's supposed to be waking you up, getting you out of bed. Nice little tune. Finally, our tough song of the week, 5'2", Eyes of Blue. Oh, what those 5 feet could do. 5'2". All right, and guys, as you know, this is one of these that I have memorized. What's on the paper is almost exactly what I play, and all the only thing I do is I put a ton of strumming in on and when I can and make it sort of exciting and fun. But your piece is the same exact thing as everything else we do. If you want to play chords, 5'2", eyes of blue. Oh, what those 5 feet could do. Has anybody seen my gal? Okay, just that. Okay, and that's I think when you're first starting out, that's a very effective way to get your singing and strumming together, is just to play one strum per measure. 5'2", eyes of blue. Oh, what those 5 feet could do. Does anybody see my gal? That way you're on the right. That way you're not spending as much time worrying about getting all your beats in order to get, and then your next chord as well. Just one chord per measure to get started, so that your hands learn how to make all of those chord changes. I still do that a lot when I'm learning a new song. Next thing is, if you're playing melody, you got a fun melody here. That's fun, right? I mean, when you see something like 5 5 5 5, you're like, that seems like they could have worked a little harder on that moment, but it actually works in this song. Okay, and then yeah, right. It does work for you. Beautiful. All right, and then finally, Tough Uke is what we're going to play. I'm going to play it slow and as close to exactly what's on the paper as I can get. The problem is, once you memorize the song, your hands start just magically going to places, and you're like, that's not quite what you're ready to do that yet. All right, so play it any way you want. We're going to go down through measure 8. We'll go right back up to the top, and then we play all the way to the bottom. Second time through, of course, you skip measure 8. Okay. I don't know where my foot pedal is, so I'll have to reach up at the right moment and turn the page. Here we go, nice and slow. 1, 2. Oh, it's a 1 beat count in. Okay, so just 1, and then we're going to go 1, 3. Go. Two, three, four, 1. Two, three, 4. Three, 2, 3. dun. Nice, super fun piece of music. On Friday, I will play it at my full speed to see if I can pull that off. I like to play it real fast and wild and crazy, but it actually sounds pretty nice playing at that speed too. So, all right, questions, comments, concerns. Otherwise, you are have your work cut out for you, or just brief review of the week's activities. You are playing. Um, the key of C arpeggio on Friday, so don't let that one slide. That one's the tough one of the week. We'll be playing Amazing Grace, which we played yesterday. Happy Birthday, we covered today. Tomorrow we'll cover La Cucaracha. It's another fun one of history. Historical Mexico is where that one we think comes from, and it's really fun to dun 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 dunk and really just yank on your strings a little bit and give you a kind of a rough sound to your ukulele. We usually like it to be soft and beautiful, um, but on that song we like to beat your ukulele up a little bit. Then of course we'll do Las Mananitas and 5'2". Those of you guys have been around a while. I would say both of those pieces, Las Mananitas for just a beautiful, soft, lovely tune that maybe people won't sing along to. You can make it part of your repertoire. So when somebody says, "Hey, play me something," that would be a nice piece to play for them. 5'2", everybody knows, not everybody, but lots of people know that one. So if you start singing that one, people want to sing along. Um, and and then, of course, the Make It Better bar worksheet. So we'll continue to be working in that direction, and hopefully all that will be making sense for you. So have a wonderful day, and let's see where it works for me. Fun song to play. Yeah, it is a fun song to play. And like you say, when you go to the strum-alongs, they'll probably have that same exact song in C, but then you're just strumming and singing instead of the complicated stuff we need to do instrumentally. Still a struggle on that one. It's an advanced piece, guys. There's not advanced. It's definitely more advanced than the other ones you're playing, and so it fits pretty well on the ukulele. Not pretty well. It fits dead on exactly on the ukulele. But that A7 is a bit of a handful when you go up there, and that took me a little while to get that one worked out. So yeah, a little bit more practice, Nancy. And again, remember, cut yourself some slack. You don't have to play everything at tough uke when you're learning, right? You can just play melody. You can play chords. You can play parts of the tough uke that make sense, and then skip up to melody during the parts of it that don't make any sense. So do that. Uh, all right, Lynn says she's going to work a little bit. These songs are fun to play. All three of the songs are fun to play today. So good for you guys. Vic, good to see you. Donna, thank you very much. Bridget, see you tomorrow. And Valerie, we'll see you at Baritone. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to yank the plug. Have a good afternoon.